Hey guys, Ed from Paranormal Inc. Ohio here, back at it again with another podcast. Tonight's podcast episode is about the haunted Emily's Bridge in Stowe, Vermont. The magnificent area is a very beautiful location that outdoor enthusiasts will appreciate. There are several biking, hiking, and skiing paths. In this marvelous town, certainly these attractions are by no means the only things to do in Stowe, Vermont. And even people who do not appreciate outdoor activities will adore this lovely and wonderful location. If tourists are driving to Stowe, they might be looking for activities to keep them busy. However, they do not have to worry. Accomplishing that will not be difficult at all. In fact, they could even discover that there are too many unique and thrilling attractions, such as haunted places. People travel from all around to see Stowe's Goldbrook Bridge, also known as Emily's Bridge, because of the alleged paranormal activity that occurs there. Here is an overview of Emily's Bridge. So, the Emily's Bridge is not your typical span. Although it is a covered bridge, Stowe's Goldbrook Bridge has considerably more mystery than charm compared to the other hundreds of wonderful covered bridges that New England is known for. The legends that surround this specific bridge would make a great TV show or a scary movie. The construction appears to be in good condition. Even though the weather has not been kind to Emily's Bridge in Stowe, Vermont, since it was built in 1844, it is just 50 feet long and over Gold Brook. It is simply another 19th century stream bridge like so many others, however, and then the bridge was being constructed. The black wood was still fresh, smelled like pine, and creaked whenever a horse-drawn cart went over it. Nonetheless, the name of the bridge itself gives the first indication that something is unusual about it. So who is Emily? What precisely did Emily do to merit the bridge's name? The most common legend describes the terrible life of Emily, a young woman who was raised in a low-income Stowe family. Emily fell in love with a young guy from a wealthy family when she was a teenager in the 1920s. Their romance was rejected by the man's family because of Emily's underprivileged upbringing. The young man opts to marry Emily in defiance of everyone's wishes. The pair decided to elope and leave Stowe after having their wedding annulled. This was the same bridge where they had to meet, but when he did not show up, Emily hung herself from the rafters of the Goldbrook Bridge out of desperation. Anyone who hears this terrible tale for the first time sympathizes with young Emily and her wounded heart. Only Emily hadn't completed the bridge yet. The Emily's Bridge haunting allegedly includes many of the typical paranormal occurrences people would anticipate from a location with a ghost. The most frequent occurrences is when visitors take images that do not turn out, or the photographer may realize that the shots have mysterious, hazy flaws that were not there when the picture was taken. Some of the pictures even purport to show a ghostly apparition of a girl who was not present when the picture was taken, standing in front of the bridge. Others have reported seeing strange occurrences like white lights that flash without a clear source. Some people hear an unidentified voice speaking incomprehensibly from out of nowhere. However, it has been reported that when the voice can be understood, it sounds like a lady pleading for help. A few instances stand out as being more hostile, if not malicious. On days without wind, hats vanish. The bridge is notorious for having temperatures that are unexpectedly higher or lower than the outside. One well-known story describes a guy who saw his windshield fog up on his own handprints appear on the glass, although there was no one around to create the impressions. The combat becomes much fiercer. When the horses crossed the bridge in the past, they would suddenly flee in terror as phantasm-gory gashes appeared on their bodies, probably caused by ghostly nails. The same unseen claws would destroy their paint jobs when cars took the place of the horse traffic. Even individuals claim to have been rubbed off. One group of youngsters even claimed to have seen Emily. They said that as they parked their car on the bridge, a woman's shape materialized in front of them and started to approach them. They hurried to shut their doors out of fear. She spent some time outdoors fumbling with the doorknobs as she tried to enter. In vain, her shape finally vanished into the darkness. Some people assert that on some days, phantom music described as sounding as wind chimes or the gentle strumming of a harp is supposed to emanate from under the bridge. But when inquiring listeners go to investigate, they are unable to locate the source of the music. And guys, that's just awful to think that you're going to get married to the love of your life, and then, he says he's going to go against his family's wishes, and he's going to come marry you anyways, and you go there and you're excited, and then he doesn't show. I mean, this woman probably felt like nothing, and she decided to end her life. And again, as you know, violent crimes, murder, suicides can stain a place very well with just horrible things because of the negativity of the suicide itself or the murder. So when people go and they see this, her spirit could be stuck there because she committed suicide, and now she's trapped in limbo and she can't cross over. Or perhaps she doesn't even know she's dead and she's just wondering why all these people are coming to her bridge. That's pretty crazy, telling this story, and it just starts thundering really loud. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. But, guys, I hope you enjoyed tonight's story. I enjoyed doing the research for it and checking it out. And I can only imagine that there's so many more places that have so many bad things to it due to suicide or murder, and this was just one of them. And I thought it was kind of interesting, not the suicide, but the story with it, of the hauntings and the paranormal activity that goes on there. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys had a great night. Thank you guys so very much for coming. I love each and every one of you. You can go to ParanormalIncOhio.com. There you can check out our main page. You can look at some old ghost hunts, some ghost stories, crystals and their powers that they hold, sage bundles for all things cleansing. You can check out some necklaces, bracelets, and pins that go along with the crystals. From there, you can go to Paranormal Inc. Ohio group. That is our group page on Facebook. There we talk about all things paranormal. You guys give me ideas for shows. I do the research. I do the shows. Sometimes I give you a shout out, and sometimes I even have you on the show. Always from there, you can go to Paranormal Inc. Ohio on YouTube and TikTok. There you can check out some old ghost hunts, ghost stories. I am now uploading podcast episodes on YouTube and some of the episode on TikTok. And of course, everywhere that is a podcast available platform is the Paranormal Inc. Ohio podcast. We go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night at 10 p.m. as a new episode. Thursday night on Facebook at 10 p.m. we go live for a discussion to the paranormal. Friday night is our Fear Friday lives at 10 p.m. where we do an in-depth discussion about the paranormal, and I do live investigations. So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. I love you guys, and thank you so very much for coming and checking out. Bye, guys.